Imagine this. You're Lewis Hamilton, the most decorated driver in Formula One history, walking into Ferrari with dreams of an 8th championship and a fresh chapter in your career. The hype is massive. The headlines call it the deal of the century, and fans can't wait to see the red suit on the 7-time champ. But now, a leaked detail in his contract changes the whole story. It's a get-out clause that puts all the power in Hamilton's hands, and it could trigger an exit sooner than anyone expected. The question is, will this be the ace up his sleeve if Ferrari's 2026 car fails to deliver? Or is it a ticking clock counting down to another high-profile breakup in F1? Hamilton's move to Ferrari was always going to be a headline grabber, but this newly revealed contract clause has turned it into an even more fascinating drama. According to reports, once the first season under the 2026 regulations is done, Hamilton will have an exclusive option entirely on his terms to walk away. No team veto, no complicated negotiations, just his choice. That means if Ferrari can't hand him a car worthy of an 8th title, the door is wide open for him to leave far earlier than most people imagined. When the signing was announced, Ferrari and Hamilton's camp painted it as a long-term play. The pitch was that it wasn't about immediate glory in 2025, but a build-up toward a competitive new era machine. Still, the excitement around Hamilton swapping teams for the first time since 2014 made it hard to temper expectations. Now, months in, reality has set in. Ferrari aren't just short on pace, they're struggling to even pinpoint where their performance is falling apart. Even with upgrades like the revised rear suspension, both Hamilton and Charles Leclerc have admitted the SF25 feels largely unchanged. That's a worrying sign. If the engineers in Maranello can't diagnose and solve issues now, what happens if similar problems appear under the new rules? For Hamilton, that uncertainty could be enough to activate his escape route. The stakes are enormous. Ferrari must nail the 2026 regulations to compete with the likes of Mercedes, McLaren, and maybe even a resurgent Aston Martin. If they miss, it's hard to see Hamilton, or his management, sitting through another cycle of false dawns and upgrade dead ends. Italian outlet La Gazzetta dello Sport claims Hamilton's 2-year Ferrari deal came with this highly valuable exit condition from day one. Backing him is John Elkann, Ferrari's chairman, who reportedly remains fully committed to making Hamilton's Ferrari stint a success. Elkann is said to have personally championed Hamilton's signing, both for his track record and the huge commercial boost he brings. And if push comes to shove, Elkann would rather lose face by letting Hamilton leave than trap him in an uncompetitive project. That level of backing matters, because 2025 hasn't exactly been kind to Hamilton. After the Hungarian Grand Prix, he openly admitted feeling useless and even suggested Ferrari might need another driver. It was a rare, raw moment from someone known for resilience. Those words might have been spoken in frustration, but they lit up the F1 media and underlined just how heavy the pressure has become. The silver lining for Hamilton is that Ferrari's long-term plan still revolves around him. With Fred Vasseur securing a new deal as team principal, the squad is aiming to build the 2026 car with more of Hamilton's preferences baked in. While he and Leclerc share some similarities in driving style, like favouring an understeering balance, Hamilton tends to want more stability and grip from the rear. If Ferrari shifts that way, it could subtly force Leclerc to adjust, making the car feel more Hamilton spec. For now, both drivers seem fine with that, but in the high-pressure world of F1, compromises can quickly turn into flashpoints. Ultimately, Hamilton's stance is clear. He wants a decisive say in Ferrari's 2026 direction, and who could blame him? When Ferrari signed him, they knew exactly who they were bringing in. A proven legend who's shaped championship-winning machines before. Now, with this exit clause in play, Hamilton holds something few drivers ever do at Ferrari: total control over his own future. Ferrari can talk all they want about potential and long-term projects, but Hamilton isn't the kind of driver you can pacify with promises that never materialise on track. That's exactly why he's decided to take a more hands-on role in shaping what's coming. He's openly said that his fingerprints, his DNA, will be all over the 2026 machine. Speaking about the current car, Hamilton explained that the SF25 offers plenty of setup options, but that hasn't necessarily made life easier. Leclerc, having been with the team for years, has fine-tuned the car to a setup that works for him and stuck with it. Hamilton, on the other hand, experimented with every alternative path he could think of, but none of them clicked. Gradually, he's moved closer to Leclerc's baseline, and while that's brought their pace closer together, the car remains tricky and uncomfortable to drive. His goal now, working alongside Enrico Cardile and the Maranello engineering team, is to ensure next year's car incorporates the traits he needs to feel fully at home behind the wheel. But what if Hamilton decides to cut his Ferrari stint short after 2026? For the team, it would be a seismic blow. Just 2 years after pulling off the biggest driver signing in modern F1, losing him over performance concerns would send a damaging signal to the entire paddock. Convincing other elite drivers to sign on after that would be a tall order. Names like Oliver Behrman might surface as replacements, but only if Hamilton opts to either retire early or take a gamble on yet another high-risk project. Realistically, if he leaves Ferrari, the former scenario and a retirement seems more probable. From Hamilton's perspective, such an exit would almost certainly mark the end of his career, albeit on terms he wouldn't have envisioned. Yes, the decision would be entirely his, activating that powerful contract clause. But had you told him 2 years ago that joining Ferrari might have him weighing retirement so soon, it's doubtful he would have left Mercedes at all. That's why the 2026 regulation reset is shaping up to be the most critical turning point in this partnership. And within that, the key subplot will be whether he can outshine Leclerc. Sources close to the team suggest Ferrari has already begun tailoring the 2026 car more to Hamilton's liking. That includes some experimental tweaks, one notable change involving his battery pack. The modification aims to enhance certain performance areas, but it also comes with a compromise. The added size and weight could leave him struggling for charge in some scenarios. It's a calculated risk, but one Ferrari seems willing to take to give him the comfort and control he's asking for. And while all eyes are on Hamilton, there's an easy storyline people forget: Ferrari's homegrown star. Charles Leclerc has been the face of Maranello since 2019, enduring the highs and lows of the Scuderia while proving he has the raw talent to be a world champion. If Ferrari nails the 2026 car, who's to say it won't be Leclerc, not Hamilton, delivering the team's first driver's crown since 2007? That sets the stage for an intense intra-team rivalry, not unlike what's brewing at McLaren. If Hamilton's advantage evaporates despite the car being skewed toward his style, he may think twice about sticking around beyond 2026. So the real question becomes, will that powerful escape clause stay tucked away in his contract? Or will it be the card he plays if beating Leclerc proves harder than expected? What's your take? Would Hamilton actually walk away if 2026 turns into Leclerc's year? Drop your thoughts below, and once you've done that, check out the next video on your screen for even more F1 deep dives.